Well, welcome on.
Yep.
Took long enough to get us set up here.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Nice enough for Unite Condos to let us use this building here. So we're pretty stoked here.
It's really nice.
We kept saying, we're like, if we were bachelors and I had $500,000,
This would be the spot.
I'd probably just move right in here.
Yeah. No, it's a really nice place.
You and Ken still on the hunt for a place, or you guys kind of holding on for winter anyway?
Yeah, probably get through the winter at least. But
Yeah.
kind of, she's doing more looking than I am. But
Oh yeah, yeah. Women on Zillow, that's
yeah.
just fits together.
Yeah, she uses it more than social media probably. Just constantly scrolling it.
Well, it's easy to look on there when we're using your checkbook. That's the
Yeah.
best part of the whole
Oh,
deal.
yeah.
And I know that thing's running deep now.
Well,
Are you
Guys-
guys married or
what's that?
are you married?
No, not
No.
yet.
Okay.
So you made your way all the way up from Florida,
Yeah.
followed a gal. Give us a little bit of this story here. I love hearing this. This is
Yeah, we met in Ocala. I'm originally from the Panhandle of Florida, and moved to Ocala and lived there about 9 years. And Ocala is the horse capital of the world, so that's almost everybody in Ocala. It's just horses. It's a big thing, construction and horses.
so you're just a cowboy then.
Yeah, trying washed up used to be, but Kenzie does eventing, 3-day eventing, and so that's dressage, stadium jumping, and then cross country, which is crazy.
Wow.
It's really fast and jumping over big objects that don't fall down if you hit them. So she broke her neck a couple of years ago doing it. It's crazy.
So you guys met down in Florida.
Met in Ocala. She was down there for the winter, and so I don't remember what that wasn't last year, it was maybe the year before, and she was down there and we met, and through Liz. I don't know if you know Liz.
Yep.
Yeah, Liz Lund. Shout out to her. She's got Liz Lund Equestrian, and so met her down there and hit it off, and then I'd come up here pretty much during the summer. It's like every other week. Either she'd come down or I'd come up here, or to Minneapolis where they were at in the summer. And last Christmas, we decided to move up here. So ended up April. We took off in 2 trucks, 2 trailers, a bunch of horses, 2 dogs, and took us about 35 hours.
Yeah, you fell pretty hard to bring a washed up cowboy to North Dakota.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Never driving in snow, this guy said.
35 hours.
Today was the first day driving in snow.
That's crazy work. You know,
Yeah.
we just were born and raised here, so we
Yeah.
don't even think twice about it. You know, it's just every year here.
It snowed like 6 or 8 inches in Florida last year, and yeah, they just basically had to shut the roads down. It was mass chaos.
If we were going to put odds on, what are the odds? You're at least running into one stop sign this year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going like 50% chance.
Yep.
Yeah, I barely made the turn getting in here.
You're going to need to throw a cattle guard on that truck of
Yeah.
yours or whatever, so if you
Yeah.
hit something.
Well, I was telling her last night I was getting ready. I'm like, do I need to put chains on there or something, or like what's? She's like, no, you just drive slower.
You just drive.
Yep.
Chains on the tires is
Yeah.
crazy work.
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you think about the cold so far? Does it bother you much?
No,
Not too bad.
I've always liked, or at least I've always thought I liked cold weather. We'll see. But,
Well, it was 30 degrees and you had about 8 layers of Carhartt
yeah.
on, so you're ready.
yeah, I was sweating in it this morning.
We're up here in sandals and our little thin sweatshirts. Guy comes
Yeah.
in 8 layers of Carhartt.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to be cold with all that gear on.
Oh yeah, I wasn't cold at all.
No, you're probably sweating in that
That
truck
was the
down there.
first thing I walked in this morning. Everybody's like, "You cold?" I'm like, "No, I'm not
I'm
cold."
warm as hell. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
No, not
So,
cold.
so tell me a little bit now. So you moved all the way up here. So you
Yeah.
got a job working for MVM Contracting.
Yep.
So give us just a little bit of scope of work of what you're working on. I get Snapchats from you all the time.
Yeah.
And I like to think I know construction, but sometimes I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Oh yeah, it's a little different. We do underground utilities, so we can install, gas lines, water lines, power, fiber optics, a big one. So do a lot of that. We can trench it in or boring. Boring's kind of the bread and butter, but we do like to keep the trenchers going too. That's more rural, so kind of out of town, long stretches.
And you can do that in the wintertime when the ground freezes up?
Not really. The only time, once the ground freezes, pretty much the only thing we'll do is emergency work. So, if something gets cut or, there's a fault somewhere, fiber goes down, the internet goes down. Then we have ground thawers, big heaters that you put on the ground, thaw the ground. And that's the only way really we can get in there.
So, man, you're going to be like you're off all winter basically then. You're going to have to get good
Yeah.
at drinking and ice fishing.
Yeah, there will be this is the mechanics. It's their busy time of the year because they'll go through everything, all winter. That's what I was doing earlier. It's just checklist, getting anything that's not been working through the season or something happened, and then we'll get all that in there. And we got a bunch of mini skid steers, a lot of trucks and trailers to service and DOT certify. And
You're going to learn how to push snow this winter too,
yeah,
I guess,
I'm probably
huh?
going to be doing some of that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be inevitable, and I can't wait to hear about it because it'll be funny because it's happened to me. When you're pushing snow, you got to remember that there's curbs and there's stuff underneath the snow. That first time you hit something and your face hits the front of that skid steer, you're going to be like, damn, this is that winter living.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was one of my neighbors last night. I've never met her before. Very nice lady. But she was kind of scolding me pretty good for not having a scraper and shovels and things like that. Yeah, I just never really had to think about it.
You're in for a whole new deal because you're what, 30?
31.
31? 31 years old and never seen snow. That's crazy, dude.
Only snow I've seen it on the ground, but
Yeah, had
don't
to actually
ski
live in it,
Yeah.
deal with the day-to-day
this
problems
morning.
of it.
Yeah, it's definitely the most snow I've ever seen.
Well,
coming down.
You're going to learn why there's only like 500,000 people in the whole state of North
yeah.
Dakota and
Yeah.
why there's like, however many million in Florida.
Yeah.
You're going to you're going to find out real quick.
That's part of the reason I think that the when it did snow down there, there's just so much more traffic. Like, I mean, they can't keep from hitting each other without the snow, But
I already can't drive anyway.
yeah, there's so many people like on the interstates and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I like the best about here so far is like traffic's not bad. It's nice because it's still kind of rural, but also there is a town.
Yeah.
A lot of places like where I grew up, there's no major town there. It's like, Hardee's, Subway. That's maybe two gas stations. That's it.
When you were a kid, did you grow up ever like coming up to Minnesota or Wisconsin, North Dakota? Have you ever been up in the Midwest before?
No, I went to Illinois one time when I was a kid in a S10 Blazer, like old square body. Me and my brother rode in the back, and we drove from there to Illinois for a family reunion. My grandfather was from Illinois, but that was the only time we broke down.
That was as far north as you had made it.
Yeah, definitely.
Not much of a reason to go much farther north.
No,
No, literally. Well, that's good. Well, now you've been here. Obviously, you guys are spending a lot of time out of Pelican. How was that? I mean,
that's been good.
kind of being out here full time for the summer, you really got to
Yep.
take advantage of everything and use all the amenities.
Yep.
You guys did a lot of riding out there, look like, and stuff too.
Yeah, we were riding and fishing a lot and everything, and it's tried wake surfing. Well, I tried with y'all. Then I got up the next day, but it was a little tricky, but got up there.
Yeah,
Then kind of had my summer cut short a little bit and breaking my leg.
dude, I might have to just expose you and put that video in here.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the
It's
funniest videos. Did I ever show
No.
that to you, Ben?
Oh,
what happened?
I'll add it in on the. I'll let you tell the story, dude.
Yeah,
It's
it was
crazy,
wild.
crazy work.
It was just went to a golf tournament, charity tournament, and didn't even get drinking really. Like, I mean, I had like a Coors Light. That was like just first thing in the morning, and they had games at each spot, and played a couple games, like just chipping into a bucket, stuff like that. And I think it was the third hole. They had a water balloon launcher and a rubber chicken, and they shoot it, and then the other guy has a laundry basket. You're down trying to catch it. So at first I was holding the slingshot. We shot it to the guy, and it went like 5 feet. So I got back a little further. That guy was going to shoot next, and they kept telling me to scoot forward. Got closer and closer. He shot it, and it flew. I turned to take off to catch it, and my foot stayed facing forward, and I turned and ran the other way and just snapped it off. Broke everything in there.
The most unathletic
Yeah,
ankle
it was
breaking in history.
terrible.
And
Yeah.
there's a video of it.
There's video, multiple angles. Yeah, I had my Ray-Bans recording, and then I guess the cart girls, they were recording too.
They caught you in 4K. You couldn't even lie and say
No,
it was something cool.
You could hear it snap like 20, 30 yards away. Like, it was loud.
Was it just the most gruesome pain you've ever been through, or
It
was
was-
it one of those adrenaline things where you don't feel it?
Yeah, I didn't feel it. I mean, I definitely felt it, but it wasn't like excruciating right to begin with. So I kind of hopped over, got in the golf cart, and once I sat down in the car, he had to go get the keys out of the clubhouse, everything, and it started getting hot in there. And I was kind of hanging my head out the window, started get sweating, and all of a sudden just like ringing in my ears. Thought I was going to pass out. And once I got a little airflow, it was all right. But
nothing was funnier than you in that video, and you're laying there, and they're like, "Get up!" You're like, "I can't."
yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I think I broke my leg."
They're like, "What?"
Everybody's laughing. I'm like, "No, seriously, I think I broke it." And because when I first turned over, I could see like it was just laid all the way to the side. There's a picture too, like a screenshot from the video. I'm falling and it's like twisted. You can see it's twisted all the way around, like because my knee's facing up and my foot's facing the other direction. That's pretty bad.
What a bizarre thing. Like
Yeah,
like that's
like-
so weird.
Well, it's a good thing you're an old, tough, washed-up rancher, man, because you would have seen me making a scene down there.
I broke this one when I was probably 18 or 19. I got hit by a truck. I was riding a horse down a dirt road, and it's actually one of my buddies that hit me.
You were on the horse.
Yeah, I was on the horse. He was it was a Ford Ranger, and he was driving. He was running to the gas station. I think it was his first date with some girl. I don't know if it's the girl he married now or not, but anyway, his first date, and I think he was out of snuff or something. He was running to the gas station and dropped his phone. So he was like, had his head under the dash, feeling around. And because at first I moved to the center of the dirt road when I saw him coming. Because sometimes, you kind of blend in with the trees. And I wasn't worried he was going to hit me. I just thought it was going to scare the horse. And because it was a young colt I was riding. And got in the middle, waving my hands, flagging him and everything. And kept coming. And then like he was drifting more to my side. So I scooted all the way over to the ditch. And there were soybeans planted on one side of the road that had dried. So it sounds like a maraca, rattling. So I was afraid if I jumped the horse in that ditch, then it rattles and he may jump back in front of the truck. The other ditch, it was really steep and then had barbed wire at the top, a fence running up there. I was trying to get him in that ditch and wouldn't go. So right when I realized, I'm like, oh, damn, he's actually going to hit me. So I turned sideways, and so his bumper hit me in the leg. I went over the cab, landed behind the truck, and the horse just kind of flipped and rolled the other direction.
Jesus, you're about out of lives here, my guy.
Yeah.
Did the horse survive?
Oh, yeah. He got up faster than I did.
Fucking took off after that.
He rolled and flipped for a minute. He jumped up and ran, and I missed his trailer hitch from my head by like that far. I literally went over the cab and landed right behind it. It was crazy. But I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't think it was broke. I just thought I was bruised up, and it had cracked some ribs, and I knew my leg was hurting, but I just elevate it every night, ice it, and usually the next day I'd go, because I was training horses full time, breaking colts, and I'd go get on a couple horses in the morning. By noon, it'd just swell up, turn purple, and so finally one day I was working out the stockyard too, part time. And I went to cut a calf off of the cow with a gate, and the cow kicked it, and it hit my leg, and it just immediately just blew up and turned all colors. It was turning purple up my leg, so I was afraid of like blood clots or something like that. So this was like a week and a half after it happened when I went to the local Band-Aid station there in town, and we don't have a hospital, or like it's a real small town.
Yeah. But
just went in, and there is a little hospital, but I mean you don't want to go there really. Yeah. And went in, they x-rayed it, and they're like, yeah, it's broke. I'm like, what's broke? And they're like, your leg's broke. I'd just been walking on it. It wasn't really displaced bad. It was just kind of a little bit off, and they're like, we can either go in and re-break it or just let it go. I'm like, yeah, we'll just let it go.
You're a tough son of a bitch, man.
It's with the horses and all, it's had gotten banged up plenty.
Yeah, you sound a lot safer driving this pickup out on ice out here.
Yeah, I don't know. I turn my strobes on going down the road. Everybody stay away.
Yeah, Florida man driving.
Yeah, literally. You have to put that on. Put a bumper sticker on. Florida man, stay back 50 feet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. Yeah, well, glad you made it. Glad you made your way all the way up to North Dakota here. Spent
Absolutely.
a little time at the lake. I mean, I hate to say it, but you kind of experienced all that North Dakota has.
Yeah.
You got to the lake. You got out a little bit of riding horses out here. You experienced a good summer.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell now.
The other place we were going to go, what's it called?
Not Medora, is it?
Yep, Medora.
I was going to say, you should go to Medora. I think you fit in great there.
It was like 3 weeks before I broke my leg. We were supposed to go there.
Yeah, you should go there this summer. That's kind of Wild West type feel. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to take the horses and take the trailer and camp.
Yeah, you'd love it out there.
Because I think they have hookups and everything, so we can just hook the trailer up.
Are you keeping all your horses out in West Fargo now, or are they still back at the lake?
We had one at West Fargo. We brought it back now. So all of them right now are at the lake. And then I think this weekend we're taking two, I'm not sure where, to some other place that they've got an indoor riding arena.
Really?
Yeah. So Kenzie will teach lessons there.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's working at the office still at
Yep.
MVM too.
She's
then.
at the office, and then she'll just teach a couple lessons through the winter. Couple a week probably.
Sure.
And just trade that off to keep one horse there. And then she met with another gal yesterday that I think we're going to work out a lease for one of my horses that she may show some this summer, and she wants to ride it through the winter.
Get a place to stay for him.
Yeah,
Because I suppose you don't have any heated place for him at the lake, I guess.
No,
They're all outside.
we're going to build a lean-to to kind of knock the wind off of them.
Sure.
Two of the two horses I brought, I mean, they've seen snow, I guess, but never been this cold.
Yeah, they ain't gonna like it when it gets that negative, man.
No,
Have you ever been in negative weather before?
I don't think so. I came one time when I visited last winter. It was like 2 degrees, or it might have fell below zero, but it was like right at it, but not for very long.
I can't wait to see you in about February. I'm sure everybody's told you a million times, but and it's inevitable. We get like a 2-week stretch of just -20 every day. And it's like you're just standing there and it just hurts. You're like, dude.
Yeah,
It almost just feels like, because I've been through -60. You probably have too, especially up in Devil's Lake. It gets the wind chill gets terrible. But like at some point, it just all feels the same.
Yeah.
Like it just -5, -60. You're just like, this just sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all
We'll
doing
be
the-
like you before too long. We'll be
Oh, yeah.
6 layers of Carhartt on.
Yeah, I bought some bibs yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I knew the snow was coming.
The bibs and the sweatshirt, it's a mint. I love that setup.
Absolutely.
Yeah, normally I'll be wearing that and then I'll have sandals on too.
Yeah. So are y'all doing the polar plunge DL this year? Or?
You know, I have not thought that far ahead. Is Kenzie got you talked into that or what?
I don't know if I'm going in, but I'll at least go watch.
I've
I
actually
went last year.
I've never done one before.
I jumped in. The ice was off, but I jumped in Pelican this spring, like when the ice was just getting off of it. I jumped in, but yeah, I don't know about the polar plunge. We'll see.
As long as somebody's there to yank me out, I'll think about it here. I might go into shock.
Yeah, that's
I jump
kinda
in
what I
there
was
and I might
thinking.
just
Yeah, just freeze up.
stiffen up here.
We went last year. One of the guys that was riding the party bus with us, he jumped in, and he did it. Stayed in for a while too.
You're gonna need some of those minnow shots before you get
Oh,
in there,
yeah,
though.
absolutely.
I've been. What was that event you guys were talking about? We got to come down for this winter. I can't remember what it was, but you guys said you really ripped it up last year.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it was.
All I remembered was the minnow shots because I had never heard of that before.
Yeah, we did the minnow shots. I couldn't get out of it. Matt did one. I'm like, got to do it.
You just know when you're on a party bus in the middle of winter, everybody's snow suited up.
Oh yeah,
The minnow shots coming.
Yeah, I was already nervous. I could hear like the cracking driving the party bus out on the lake. It was worrying me.
Yeah.
But I don't even cross like puddles with ice.
You taken a minnow shot before, Ben?
I have in
Have you?
college. Yeah, tailgate. I was gonna ask you if you've been to like an NDSU or
Yeah.
UND tailgate yet.
Yeah.
It's fun to go when it's like storming out. That's fun, and they always got the minnow shots and the fireball, and you're just like, oh.
Trying
please.
to warm up in that little tent in
Yeah.
that little
Oh, yeah.
propane heater.
I've done it once. It grossed me out though.
Yeah.
I wasn't drunk enough. I should have been.
Yeah, you got to be pretty cooked.
I've done them in Florida. We'd catch minnows, but we'd just drop one and then take a
Sure.
swig. Yeah,
Yuck.
but
Have you been to all the tailgates this year?
hadn't been to all of them, but we've been to several.
Well, it helps that Kenzie's dad has the little setup there. That makes it way funner. If you don't have anywhere to go and you're
Yeah,
just walking
just
around,
walking around,
yeah,
yeah.
that kind of sucks.
Is that NDSU tailgate?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yep. We were only there once for the homecoming one, and I haven't been back. Terrible fan. I'm not even a fan, but terrible Fargo resident.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, it sounds pretty dumb, but so when we were in Ocala, Kenzie had come back up, for the summer, Minneapolis, but her TV, she was logged into the TV with her YouTube, not even thinking about it. I wasn't. I thought that these NDSU games just started randomly popping up on the screen. Like Saturday, I just opened YouTube TV. Like first thing that pops up was NDSU, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like I just,
what are the odds of this?
I just saw that place, so I'd watch the game. So I watched all last season too.
You're thinking Florida local TV's playing it. You're like, what the?
And I never even mentioned it to her. She knew I was watching the games, but we were up here when we first moved, and they were talking about the NDSU games. I'm like, yeah, I watched all last season. Like, it's the craziest thing. Like, I just came to North Dakota a few times, and now it's popping up on the TV. And Kenzie was like, that's my account, my YouTube account.
Thought it was a damn government.
Yeah.
It's wild.
They were really listening in on you.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Yeah, they're doing good this year. Did you get all strapped up with NDSU gear?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got some stuff. We brought the dogs to a couple games. They've got plenty of NDSU gear. The dogs do. So they enjoy it.
Well, since you're here, you got to like embrace the local culture, man.
Oh, yeah,
You got to do that.
absolutely.
You got to do like a UND hockey game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have been to one of those.
No, I've never been to a hockey game.
You've never been to a hockey game? No way.
We had where I used to work there in Florida. One of our subcontractors had they had a box for the Lightning in Tampa, and like every weekend we'd say we were going to go and just didn't want to drive to Tampa. And,
Never happened.
yeah, never got around to it.
The University of North Dakota hockey is like super big around here.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's
what I heard.
basically the hockey version of NDSU football.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you get a chance, that's a super fun one too there.
No, it's fun, and we last couple games we went to, we had tickets first row right in, behind the end zone, so it was fun.
Yeah, super good deal to watch there then.
I think we're going maybe one day this week. I think we're going to a hockey game to the Force, I think.
Yeah, the Force are fun. Definitely a smaller local team, but still, I mean, you can pop in on a weekday or a Friday or something, and it's usually a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Helps you can get tickets for like $20. you
Yeah,
know?
I started watching hockey a little bit, like I think it was 3 years ago maybe. There was a guy that came to work with us. He was from Milwaukee area, I think, and then another guy, he came to work with us, another project manager. He had gone to college, I guess, in Wisconsin with the other guy, Mike, and so those two guys watched hockey all the time. And one night he just texted me like, "Hey, you watching the game?" I'm like, "What game?" And some hockey game. He's like, big game for this season. I was like, I'll turn it on. So I turned it on. Spent the next 30 minutes on the phone with him. I'm like, I do not understand what's going on. Like stuff at having the icing and everything. I'm like, this game makes no sense, but it's
a ton
fun.
of rules, yeah.
No, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you'll learn it eventually there.
The UND games are pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go watch some of those.
Yeah, they get pretty rowdy there.
Definitely one of the peaks of North Dakota like events going on is especially if they're doing pretty good.
Yep.
The thing I like about UND is like so NDSU is in the lower like rankings. Like they don't play Alabama, they don't play Georgia, they don't play Florida. UND, the hockey team, actually plays like the best of the best in the nation.
teams,
Boston College, Denver. So when those guys are actually doing good, like it's a full on nationwide thing. Like I'm like, all right, represent North Dakota. So I always give the Bison a hard time because they go undefeated every year. But I'm like, well, you guys are playing like a Texas high school.
Yeah.
It's like, come on here.
Yeah.
Well, I've sent Snapchats and stuff to my buddies back home. They're like, "Oh, you're out on the field. Like, who you watching?" Like NDSU. And I'm like,
Who?
Yeah, they have a team. Yeah, but no, it's a lot of fun. It's smaller, stadium, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, it's just kind of fun when the whole town and the atmosphere is like really pumped for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if nobody cared, it probably wouldn't be as much fun.
Oh, yeah.
But when it's like everybody's excited and they're drinking and they got the gear and you're on the field and it's like a huge
And
deal.
it's pretty
around
good
here.
athletes too. And I think, especially with the NIL stuff, I mean, I could see it really getting bigger. Maybe.
Well, you'd probably know what they've got 2 or 3, 4 quarterbacks that have gone to the NFL.
Yeah, like 4 or 5, I think now.
I mean, that's actually a pretty good statistic.
Oh, yeah.
For
I think they have like 8 active NFL players right now, around there, 5 to 10. A lot of them are linemen, quarterbacks.
Yep.
But I mean, so they do produce bigger athletes. But you're right, like UND's, the NHL players that they've produced some of the best NHL players that have ever played. So it's just kind of a whole nother level.
Yeah.
But I'm unfortunately not a huge hockey fan. But even going to those UND games, like they've got some cool stuff there. It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
it'd be cool.
Definitely. Well, we'll take you around. We'll show you around all winter.
Oh, yeah,
now that you got your first snow, you're like, it's here to stay.
I just had to plan, a little extra time to get places. I was supposed to be here at 11:45. That's what my map said, and I got here at like 11:57.
Took you a whole 12 minutes longer.
Well, after I coasted across the road, and then I was in a right turn only lane. I can't even see the lanes, and tried to tried to ease back over to the left and didn't look like I was going to make it. So I just slid through another stop sign, went into a parking lot and did a little loop.
I'm surprised you don't have a snowplow on your pickup out there.
It's fitted for one.
It is. You're gonna have to get one of those. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
You get one of those.
Absolutely.
And then when you're driving and you can't see, you just, even if it's on a public road, just drop the thing and just blow it out of the way.
Yeah, all the lines in Fargo, like you just don't. You're like, is this a 2-lane? Is this a 3? Everyone's just kind of guessing, like, oh, it's a 3-lane now. Like we're all just gonna.
And there's nothing funnier when you're like in the turning lane and then you realize you're like, this is not a turning lane. I'm in the wrong lane.
You look behind you, the guy's got his middle finger out. When you're like, dude, come on, I can't see.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I don't remember.
That was I heard a horn honking earlier, and it was a red light. Had been a red light, and whoever was coming up, they honked their horn, and then everybody started honking the horn. I just saw them sliding through. You just see the tires.
Nothing funnier than just watching that guy, because there's always some guy that's out in like a Prius or something, and you just know you're like, dude, go home. Like, why did you come out?
Yeah.
Guy's getting buried in the middle of the roadway.
Last winter, I kind of started figuring out how snow worked because I went on a long trip, was, slightly inebriated, and Kenzie needed something from the gas station, and we were at McDonald's. We were on the party bus, and I just put it in my phone, gas station, start walking. I went, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning too, but luckily I found it was a Circle K, I think, that was open all night. Get in there, and it took me forever walking to get there, but if I walked across the parking lots, then it was going to be a lot shorter. So I was like, I'll just do that walking back. Well, I go, and there was a snowbank, and it looks pretty firm, but it wasn't. And I stepped off of it, and I didn't realize how much the ground changer was, and I went like chest deep, like just dropped into this thing. And it took me forever. Like I was digging and trying to roll on my side to get out of the snow. I was just stuck waist deep in it.
Probably scared you a little bit.
Oh
there
yeah,
for
I was getting a little nervous. Yeah.
Then you broke your leg.
Yeah.
In the snowbank.
Yeah. Well, I fell down the first day probably 12 times. Like, I mean, every time I stepped off out of a vehicle, just flat on my back.
There's nothing worse than just eating shit. And I mean,
And I
like,
did it over and over.
You eat it heavy too.
Yeah. It was every time, and I would try to, like, I would ease out of it and then grab the side of the party bus, and then my feet would just start sliding away. I'd still fall.
You can see why anybody that's old here is like, get me somewhere warm.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one hit break away from like that's being the end here.
It's a safety hazard.
Well, and I was
Literally.
worried I was going to be on crutches still. Yeah. Like when it snowed, I'm like, there's no way I won't make it.
I can't even walk
no.
normal.
You ever seen Skijoring?
No, I haven't. What is that?
It's like you're skiing. You got a harness on, and you're hooked to a horse on skis. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's
but okay.
wild. So I'd seen it when I was still living in Florida. I asked Kenzie, I'm like, so y'all do a lot of that up there? And she'd never seen it. I guess she probably seen it on maybe YouTube or something, TikTok.
Sure.
But we started following some guys that had mini horses, and they were doing it with minis. So Kenzie decided she had to have a mini. So we bought a mini.
You got a mini pony now?
Yeah, we got a mini horse.
I thought that was somebody else's, because I've seen that on your Snap story before.
We woke up. We were at the lake. First thing she said when she woke up, she was like, "Hey, we need to get a mini horse today." I'm like, "Nah." So we'll look at them, and I thought I could just kind of keep pushing it down the road. By the next day, before noon, we had one.
Where do you find? I mean, they're common. Like you can find them.
She found it. I think she found it on Craigslist.
Oh, you just folded immediately.
Yeah.
Said she wanted a mini horse.
Yeah.
You got a mini horse.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was like,
Where the heck do you keep a mini horse?
First one she sent me was like $8,000. I'm like, not a chance. Like there's no mini horse worth that kind of money. But we ended up getting one pretty cheap. I think they wanted $1,000 for him or something, and messaged the lady. She was in Castleton, and was like, hey, do you still available? You got to have $1,000 for it. She's like, I'd honestly take less. I'm like, I was going to give you less. So said, I'll bring you $700 cash. We'll be there in the morning. She's like, come on. So we got him. His name's Elmer.
Elmer the mini horse?
Yeah.
Dude, for that price, we should get a mini horse.
Yeah,
That's
no
actually kind of
kidding.
a hell of a deal. I bet they're kind of convenient.
He's kind of cool.
Can you get it on a ramp and get him into your box?
Yeah, he walked right on the trailer. We took him like all around town. When we first got him, so let her mom see him, her dad, and her brother and everybody. We just took him around, let everybody see him. Took him to an apple tree, let him eat some apple. There were the ones on the ground. were probably fermenting, so we tried to keep him away from those.
It's like an exotic animal riding that thing around.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
So what do you do with a mini horse then?
I just started teaching him to drive, so that's the plan. We're gonna get the setup and try to ski behind him.
You're gonna ski behind a mini horse.
I don't know if you should ski, man. You can't
Yeah,
even, you can't even go.
I'm
to a
probably
golf
I'm
course.
gonna get Chase or one of her brothers. Put one of them behind him.
Dude, that'd make for an epic video.
Oh, yeah.
If I caught you skiing behind a mini horse on the
pumped.
snow,
I'm ready.
you might be the first guy in town that's done that.
Out there at the East Outpost, there's some big hills too.
Yeah.
He's got little short legs. Might pass him.
He's gonna be running 20 miles an hour down a hill.
Well, I thought because people do it with big horses too, but my thinking was smaller horse might could overpower him a little bit, if he gets away from me. But now we're gonna get a buggy. It's probably hopefully by next summer. I'll have him trained. We can ride around, take him down the beach, go up, ride around the lake on him.
That's a legendary
Yeah, it'll
move,
be
dude.
fun.
I'm for sure gonna have to track you down for a ride next summer.
No, we'll get one and that'll be fun. Maybe get a sled. Me and Matt were talking about. We probably just weld sleds on something, some kind of box, or we'll figure something out. Put chairs in it and have them pull us around.
We'll leave it up to you guys to do just some wild stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else that would buy a mini horse, weld a sled, and then decide you're gonna put it all together.
Kenzie has lots of ideas.
Yeah. Well, now with your checkbook, dude, look at it. The world's her oyster, man.
Well,
she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, just work so much. It keeps her busy.
Good. Well, that's awesome, man. Well, I tell you what, we really appreciate you coming in here today. It's great to catch up with you. Welcome to North Dakota. Be ready for a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, and you got a long winter in front of you. I am excited to see how this thing plays out here.
Yeah, go ice fishing for the first time this year.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be fun.
Well, I'm going to take you up. We're going to have to go out for some of those minnow shots. I'll see if we can't talk Teresa or somebody into taking out the party bus.
Yep, absolutely.
We'll be ready to go. So
Sounds good.
thanks for coming on.
Yep.